Hello students. So we are going to start animal kingdom, but before starting the animal kingdom we should know some terms about the animal kingdom, and we should know the basic criteria of the classification. So in this video we are going to start to study the basic terminology which are related to animal kingdom, and this video is common for class 9th as well as 11th. So start. The first criteria of classification is the level of organization. We know that the level of organization is cell make tissue, tissue make organ, and then organ make organ system, and organ systems make a full organism. So the first level of organization is cellular. The organisms which have cellular level of organization, they are the most simple organisms, and in non-chordates the phylum Porifera belongs to the organisms which have cellular organization. Then tissue level of organization is found in the phylum Coelentrates. Then organ level of organization is found in Platyhelminthes and Aschelminthes, means roundworm. Platyhelminthes are flatworms that we will study later about the phylums. And organ system level of organization is found in annelids, means the organisms which have earthworm, arthropods, mollusk, echinoderms, and chordates. The second criteria for the classification is germ layers, the types of layers which are present in an organism. Students, we know that when there is the formation of zygote, then the embryonic development take place, and the first step is the formation of the three layers which form full body of an organism. These layers make tissues, organ system. So they have different origins, like ectoderm. Ectoderm is the outer layer and it form the exoskeleton, means outer layer. Then there is second layer, middle layer, that is called mesoderm, and mesoderm help in the development of organs. And in the inner side there is endoderm, and endoderm help in forming the inner lining of the organs. So there are three layers, basic layers, which are very important for the formation of different tissues, organs, and organ system. So based on the number of germ layers present in an organism, there are two types of organisms, which are: first one are diploblastic. Diploblastics are the animals which have two embryonic layers, means the outer is endoderm, ectoderm, and inner one is endoderm. So the example is phylum Coelentrate. This phylum has only two layers, ectoderm and endoderm. Triploblastic animals have all the three layers, ectoderm, endoderm, and middle layer mesoderm. And the phylums which belongs to Platyhelminthes to chordates, means only the Coelentrata is an example which have diploblastic animals, and Platyhelminthes से लेके chordates तक सब जो हैं ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक organisms होते हैं. The third criteria is body symmetry, and the body symmetry can be defined as the arrangement of body parts in a balanced geometric design that can be divisible in equal halves by a line or a plane of division. So there can be equal right and left halves, or there can be a radial symmetry that we will study later. The first one is asymmetric organisms. These organisms do not have a proper symmetry. They are not divisible in equal parts. So the example is, only one example is there, Porifera phylum. The second one is radial symmetry. In the radial symmetry, if we cut an organism, there a symmetry where any plane passing through the central axis, any plane which is passing through the center will divide the organism into equal halves, and the examples are coelenterata, ctenophores and echinoderms. If we cut these organisms, but they should have the plane which pass through the center, then they can easily divide it into two equal halves. Third one is bilateral symmetry. In bilateral symmetry, there is only a single plane. We can see that in a beetle, there is only a single plane which can divide this beetle in equal halves. In cockroach also we can see that. In earthworms also there is only a one plane which can divide the body into two equal halves. And as I have already told you, in radial symmetry the central axis will divide the organism in equal halves. We can see the example of hydra. This is the example of coelenterata, which is shown in the diagram, and the third diagram is of a sponge which do not have any symmetry, so they are asymmetric. Fourth criteria is coelom. Coelom arise from a word seal. Seal means a hollow cavity, and it is a fluid filled cavity which is present between the alimentary canal or we can say the gut, okay, the digestive tract and the body wall, and this should be lined by the mesoderm. If we talk about the true coelomate organisms, then this cavity should be lined from all the side by the mesoderm. So based upon this, there are three types of animals. First one are acoelomate. Acoelomate are the organisms in which there is no coelomic cavity, means they do not have any cavity between the alimentary canal and body walls, and this cavity help in suspending the internal organs. Okay, there are internal organs present in this cavity. So the acoelomate organisms do not have coelomic cavity, and examples are flatworm, coelentrates and sponges. So there is diagram of acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and coelomate organisms. In this diagram we can see that the first diagram is the diagram which show the acoelomate organisms. In this we can see that the gut is surrounded by endoderm, mesoderm and ectoderm. Gut means alimentary canal. 3 layers हैं, एंडोडर्म, मेसोडर्म बीच वाली और एक्टोडर्म आउटर लेयर. सो कहीं पे भी वी कैन नॉट सी द fluid filled coelom or body cavity is not present. Okay, in second diagram we can see that there is pseudocoelom. It is written in the diagram pseudocoelom. Okay, so this is pseudocoelom. Okay, why it is pseudocoelom? Pseudo means false, false होता है pseudo means. So pseudo means false, and why it is false? Because it is lined by mesoderm. What is the condition of true coelomate organisms? These should be lined by mesoderm on both the side, but here we can see that it is lined only on the outer side by the mesoderm. This is mesoderm. Okay, but on the inner side it is not lined by mesoderm, so it is known as pseudocoelom. Clear? The third diagram is showing the coelomate condition. In this, the body cavity means the coelom. Here it is written coelom. Coelom is surrounded by mesoderm on both the side, inner side as well as outer side. So it is called true coelom. Clear? And here is one structure which is shown, mesenteries. Mesenteries help in accommodating the body organs. Here मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था कि यहाँ पे body organs होते हैं इस cavity के अंदर. So it help to accommodate the body organs in the cavity. Pseudocoelomate are the organisms in which body cavity exists in addition to alimentary canal, but it is lined by mesoderm only on the outer wall and not around the gut. सिर्फ एक ही एग्जाम्पल है pseudocoelomate का, that is roundworm. ओके, राउंडवॉर्म के बाद जितने भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, जितने भी फाइलम्स हैं, सबके अंदर सीलोमेट होता है. ओके, द बॉडी कैविटी इज सीलोमेट. सो ट्रू सीलोमेट क्या है? दे आर लाइंड फ्रॉम बोथ साइड, इनसाइड द बॉडी वॉल एज वेल एज आउटसाइड द बॉडी वॉल बाय द मेसोडर्म. ओके, दे हैव मेसेंट्री विच सस्पेंड द बॉडी organs within the coelom. Now there are two terms which are also important when we talk about the classification of animals. These are notocode and metameric segmentation. Notocode क्या है? This is a feature which is present in the chordates. Notocode, notocode. Okay, code means chordata. Okay, कॉर्ड कहाँ से आया? कॉर्डेटा से. सो इट इज़ अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर ऑफ कॉर्डेट्स. ऑल द कॉर्डेट्स हैव नोटोकोड, बट it can be present at any stage of life, either at embryonic stage or in adult. It can remain persistent or it can be replaced by the backbone. So it is the flexible roll-like structure which is mesodermally derived. It is derived from the mesoderm. Okay, you know na, there are three layers: endoderm, mesoderm and ectoderm. This arise from the mesoderm. Okay, all the chordates have notocode. Okay, so notocode is the main basic feature of the chordates. Then metameric segmentation. Metameric segmentation is the repetition of organ or tissues at regular interval along the body of an organism, and it helps in dividing the organism or the body into linear series of similar parts. Means there are segments on the body of the organism, and these segments are the repetition of organ and tissues at regular interval. Okay, and this is mainly seen in the annelida. Okay, it is also there in the arthropoda, but mainly it is seen in the annelida, in the earthworms. So this was all about the animal kingdom and the criteria of the classification. If you like this video, then please like and share it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And students, if you have any doubt, then you can post your doubt in the comment section below. Thank you.